Zechariah chapter 8, verses 11 and 12. But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. Verse 13, and it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and O house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. In other words, God is saying it is harvest time. It is increase time. He sees your labor of love. He sees that you have not grown weary in well-doing. In other words, he sees how you keep praying for that family member. He sees how you keep showing up on that job. He sees how you keep trying to go everywhere as if you're doing it with the love of God. He sees how you keep forgiving. He sees how you keep turning the other cheek. He sees how you keep giving, whether it's time, whether it's energy, whether it's encouragement, whether you're showing your scars for the world to see so that if they see you growing, they may grow. God sees you. You do not need man to see you when God sees you. And these verses are telling us that God sees you. And it's time. It's time for every little seed that you've been planting to spring up. It is time for your work to pay off. It is time for your growth to be shown. It is time for a new reputation. It is time for a new season. It is time for you to reap the benefits of everything that you've been doing 2021. And let's face it, you've been doing it. No, not everyone has seen it. No, there hasn't been anybody who is clapping for you when you come home at the end of the day sweating and tired. But God has saw you. God has seen what you have put into this thing. What you put into that foundation. What you put into that job. What you put into that family. God has saw it. God has seen everything that you have done this year. And he's telling you, before this year is over, I am going to cause the seed to be prosperous. What's the seed, Marcus? The seed, everything God gives you starts as a seed. This chair, God never said, let there be chair. God said, let's make some trees. And then man made a chair. God never said, let's make light bulbs. No, he gave you an idea. God never said, let's make computers. No, he gave man an idea. And these ideas, those are seeds. Literally, the entire earth is ran by seed time and harvest. In other words, you take a seed, you plant it, you give it time, you give a harvest. That governs everything in this world. Whether it's a tree that keeps reproducing by its own seed, God doesn't have to keep coming down and saying, let's make more trees. No, he made the trees with a seed that keeps producing. Same thing with us, with our children. We have a seed, we keep producing. But it's also the same thing with our words. Our words are seeds. Everything that I am saying to my daughter is producing a seed that's going to produce something inside of her. That is why you need to stop telling that boy he is crazy like his daddy and he's going to be wild like his uncle. No, baby, you a king. If you ask me, my baby a genius. I say that faithfully over her because that's a seed. And God is saying your seed is going to be prosperous. So in other words, those ideas, those words, the things that you do, I'm going to cause it to prosper. He said, the vine shall give her fruit. Back then, they needed literal vines to produce fruit. They needed those grapes to sprout. They needed that corn to come up. You get what I'm saying? But for us, we no longer live off the ground like that. Now, what we produce, our vines, our fruit, our corn, it's the fruit of the lips. It's what I say. It's the vine. It's my mind. It's what I'm producing with my thoughts. God is saying, I'm going to cause it to be prosperous. I'm going to cause it to grow. I'm going to give you ideas. The Bible says it is God who gives the power to give wealth. God says, I want to give you ideas that are going to cause you to be prosperous. God says, I'm about to increase and grow the things that have been coming out of your mouth. That's why you have to watch what you say. But for us we have been speaking life. We have been speaking faith. We have been walking in love. God is saying it's that time. We don't got to wait for the next year. God said, this week, this month, I'm about to cause all that you've been laboring, all that you've been doing, I'm about to cause you to produce. And that product is going to be prosperous. Be looking for new ideas because God is going to plant them. And be looking for old things that you thought didn't work. Get ready for a harvest. Get ready for a, dang, I was praying for that. I was believing God for that. Get ready for a, what? You really gave your life to God? I mean, I know I've been praying for you and I know I've been, speaking life to you, but you really want to come to church with me? Get ready for that. Get ready for a, I don't know, man. I just want to bless you. Get ready for a, people to see you. People to see, I notice you, big dog. I see you. I see your growth. I see your spirit. Get ready for basically all those things that you've been doing in the dark. Those good things that you've been doing that nobody sees, that nobody notices, that you just keep doing because you do it. Get ready for those things to produce. In other words, God's about to blow your mind. God is about to pay you for all the work that you put in, all those times that you gave, all those times that you just cared. And maybe you didn't have the money to give, but you cared. You gave prayers. You gave encouragement. God is going to make sure that moving forward, you have more to give. Why? Because if you're faithful in a little, he's going to make you ruler over many. God sees that you've been faithful with that little bit that you do have. You've been trying to use it. You've been trying to work that thing. So God says, I'm about to bless you with more because I know if I put more in your hands, you're going to continue to do more with it. You're going to continue to do good with it, and you're not going to let it get to your head. God bless.